Hello, good afternoon. Hello, teachers. It's nice to be with you all this afternoon. So it's a rainy afternoon here at Albay. So I hope maraming makapanood ng video na ito because I'm willing to share my tips on how to pass the LEP. So, hello kay Joy Cheryl, kay Ronnie Kilikon, kay JJ Montemor. So I think hintayin muna natin yung iba para hindi nila ma-miss yung experience na kakaiba, na hindi makakalimutan pagdating ng LET exam. Hello also to the Ma'am Diana and Ma'am Camille. So we already have 4 viewers. Anyway, you can comment down your feelings and your reactions sa comment box. Feel free. And you are also free to ask your queries or questions along the discussion. Good afternoon, Ma'am Nancy, Ma'am Sandri, Sir Robert. Wow, meron pa tayong viewers from Caloocan City. Hello po sa inyo dyan. Hello kay Ma'am Eliza, kay Sir Mario, and kay Ma'am Renally. Wow, we also have a viewer coming from Negros Occidental. Good afternoon po. And also from Leyte, si Teacher Bren. Acknowledging the presence of everyone. So sana you are all doing well and you are safe. Although we have a bad weather this week. Teachers, ready na ba kayo para sa LET? Are you ready? How ready are you? We also have a viewer from Tarlac. Hello po, Ma'am Joy. Anyway, before we start, I have sent the pictures or the copy of my few questions discussed later. So, binigay ko yun kay Maestrong Bicolano and he will forward it to you sa GC na lang po para mamaya meron kayong makikitang questions and options para sa pag-rationalize natin. Meron pa lang tayong 23 viewers right now. Kindly inform po your friends who are waiting for this session this afternoon. Sayang naman kung mamimiss nila yung mga details na iba. You can start messaging them now so that we can start. Hello po, Ma'am Mary Joy Dramayo. And the same po sa mga taga Batangas, San Luis, Batangas. And hello to Ma'am Domaili Tito from General Santos City. Actually, this video will be recorded or will be saved for future use. So I think we can start now. You can have your pen and your paper for the important tips for you to take note. Anyway, allow me to introduce myself to you. I'm Miss Devic Talagtag Bukad, and I'm a licensed professional teacher and presently hired as a public school teacher. I specialized in mathematics, but today we will have a special session on Prof Ed. Somebody's asking for the link of our live streaming. So let me first send it to them. So I will post the link on our comment box so that you can forward it to some interested viewers. Hello po sa mga taga Bacolod from Marawi City. Oh, we have a viewer from Mindanao. And also from Jeddah. So viewers all over the world. Thank you po for your presence this afternoon. I think after 15 minutes we can start. We also have a viewer from Kamsur, South Cotabato, Cebu, and also from Hong Kong. All right, let's start. So let's start this with a good vibe, sending my smile and love to all of you guys. So I hope you're doing well. So tips to pass the LET exam. So my first tip is first. First, you need to be physically fit. Of course, that's the first thing that you must ensure. So have a healthy diet. So ano nga ba yung mga pwede nyong kainin na maaaring makatulong sa brain nyo para maging physically fit and ready yung mind pagdating ng licensure examination. So eat foods rich in fish oil. So yung fish meron siyang omega-3 which is polyunsaturated fatty acids and plays an important role in mental health. So napaka-importante na kumakain tayo ng mga pagkain na mayroong omega-3. So, yung omega-3 na yon ay importante sa pag-function ng ating brain because it helps in the development of our brain cells. So, it also helps us to think well. Siyempre kapag healthy tayo and yung mind natin, na-avoid natin yung depression and yung anxiety. So since bombarded tayo ng information during LET review, kinakailangan nating masustain yung health ng ating brain. So ano nga ba yung epekto kapag kulang yung omega-3 sa katawan ng isang tao? So low levels of omega-3 may accelerate brain aging and contribute to deficits in brain function. So yun yung dapat nating iwasan kapag magte-take tayo ng LET or kapag magpe-prepare tayo para sa LET. Second one, ito yung tip na nakuha ko rin sa review center. Anyway, I came from a review center, SLRC. So, ito, isa to sa mga tips na nakuha ko sa lecturers. Sabi nila, after sleep, pagkagising, and ginawa ko talaga to everyday, pagkagising, bago ako tumayo, wag muna kayong tatayo pala kapag bagong gising kayo. Kailangan nyo munang maupo, then you inhale, and then exhale, and do it 10 times. So, bakit kailangan natin yung gawin? So, kailangan ma-distribute yung blood natin sa lahat ng body parts natin para mag-function ito ng maayos. Next is have proper hygiene even if you are busy. So it is advisable to take a bath early in the morning before attending the review. Ako, nung ginagawa ko noon, gumigising talaga ako ng maaga as if na meron pa rin akong class, and it really helped me to start my day right. Hindi ako nababagot. So kailangan fresh ka simula pa lang ng umaga para maganda rin yung mood. So second tip tayo guys. Second tip, assess yourself to know your needs. So bakit mo kailangan i-assess yung sarili mo? So you should apply metacognition. You should know how you learn best. Paano ba kayo matuto? So kinakailangan kilala ninyo yung sarili ninyo. So kayo yung napaka-importanteng nakakaalam kung ano ba kayo at sino ba kayo. So here are some questions that you should ask yourself for that. So how will you apply metacognition? First is that, how do you learn things? Do you prefer being alone or have study buddies? So, kinakailangan alam mo kung mas natututo ka ba kapag mag-isa ka or mas natututo ka kapag meron kang mga kasama? Ako parehas siya sa akin nag-work. So during my review times, since I have enrolled myself in review center, syempre kapag nasa review center ako, kasama ko yung co-reviewers ko. And at home, nagre-review pa rin ako kahit wala kami sa review center. And both of the two works for me. But there are times that I prefer to review it to review alone. Kasi may mga bagay na mas naiintindihan ko kapag tahimik yung nasa paligid ko. So kayo, paano ba kayo natututo? Or paano nyo ba mas naiintindihan yung nire-review ninyo? Kapag ba nagdi-discuss kayo within the group or within the circle of friends or you do it alone? Next is, anyway, that's the time that you will be able to decide if you will enroll yourself in a review center or not. So kung prefer nyo mag-isa, huwag nyo nang i-enroll yung sarili nyo sa review center or wag kayong magre-review ng may kasama kayong iba kasi it will not help. So it is very important to know kung paano kayo natututo. So may sumagot na mas natututo sila kapag mag-isa. So panigurado meron din namang mas natututo kapag may kasama. Another question. What are your strengths? How about your weaknesses? Are you aware of that? So dito, hindi nyo kinakailangang mag-pretend. You need to be honest to yourself so that you can help yourself. So these two questions will help you plan your review scheme. So kapag alam nyo na kung paano kayo natututo, kung mag-isa ba kayo or kung kapag may kasama kayo, that's the time that you can plan your review. You can make a schedule about your review. Ako noon, gumawa ako ng sarili kong schedule. So, why is it that there's a need for you to make your own schedule? So, nakadepende yan sa availability ng time ninyo. I have informed my parents about it nung nagplano ako ng review para hindi nila ako nai-istorbo kapag during review hours. So, also, all out naman yung suporta nila, kaya hindi nila ako inuubiga sa bahay ng mga gawaing bahay kapag nagre-review ako. Kinakailangan alam yun guys ng mga kasama nyo or yung mga taong nakapalibot sa inyo. So, let's have the next tip. Make your own review schedule. So, ayun na nga. So, inform everyone around you about that schedule so they will not disturb you during review. Consider your strengths and weaknesses to overcome or to address it. So, bakit kailangang alam mo yung weaknesses and strengths mo? So that you can focus your attention to those things that do you think needs more time for you to review. Halimbawa, alam mo sa sarili mo na mas marami ka pang unclear concepts sa Prof Ed, then you should give more time to Prof Ed than the other areas. So, yun yung ginawa ko. Since ako, alam ko sa sarili that time na mas okay na sa akin yung Gen Ed, nag-focus ako sa Prof Ed. So, depende yan sa inyo. So, allot enough time to areas or topics that are difficult for you. You should make it as your priority. Antukin? So, ano bang gagawin natin kapag inaantok? I think kailangan ng proper posture kasi kapag nagre-review, preferably hindi tayo nakahiga kasi talagang dadalawin tayo ng antok. And isa pa, para wag kayong antukin, kinakailangan pag inaantok na kayo, gumawa kayo ng fitness o kaya naman ng mga bagay na nakakapag-stimulate ng sarili ninyo. So let's proceed to the next one. Collect enough review materials. So this time, bakit kinakailangan nyo mag-collect ng review materials? So gather review materials from lead passers so that you'll know the nature of the questions in the lead. So during my times, kahit na nasa SLRC ako, kumukuha pa rin ako ng review materials coming from other review centers. Nag-download ako ng ano yan? Our Daily Bread by CBRC. Kasi kapag nag-accumulate kayo, mako-compare nyo yung, kumbaga magkakaroon kayo ng grasp kung ano-ano ba yung nature ng questions sa LET. So, according to review centers, questions in the LET are data-based. So, the questions are collected since the first administration of the LET. So, napakaraming exam na ang kinandak ng PRC. So, napakaraming na rin LET questions ang meron sa database na yun na kung saan kumukuha para i-disseminate during the exam. So, the more questions that you encounter, syempre, mas habang paulit-ulit nating binabasa yung questions, para sa akin, naging effective siya. Habang paulit-ulit ko siyang na-encounter, mas natatandaan ko yung questions and mas natatandaan ko yung sagot. At the same time, mas nakukuha ko yung strategy kung paano sasagutan yung questions. So if you encounter the same questions with different answer key, always verify by searching from the net or from the books. So, katulad doon, nag-collect ako ng questions from CBRC and from SLRC. May magkaibang sagot. So, it is for you. It is on you on how you will verify that. So, kung kapag magbe-verify kayo ng sagot, para ma-judge ninyo, i-search ninyo sa net. Pero there are sources coming from the net which are not reliable. So, ang Wikipedia, hindi siya reliable source sometimes kasi na-edit siya. So, you need to judge if the info is accurate or legit. So, do not accumulate volume of review materials too much. Wag namang masyadong maraming review materials yung kino-collect nyo kasi minsan sa sobrang dami hindi lang naman nagagamit, hindi lang naman nababasa or nagagrasp. And sabi nga, anumang sobra ay nakakasama. Yung tama lang. Next tip, join non-toxic Facebook or Messenger groups. So, kailangan, kung possible, meron kayo dapat groups na masasalihan regarding sa LET. Ako noon, meron naman, pero hindi masyadong marami. Pinipili ko lang. So, you have the right to decline or not kapag in-add kayo nila. Kung sa tingin ninyo, substantial yung mga questions na sinishare nila and nakakatulong sa inyo, you join that group, you participate. Kapag may pinost na question and it asks for an answer, sumagot kayo. Kasi the more you involve yourself in answering those questions, the more you learn and the more the retention that occurs. Pero wag naman natin gawing collection yung pagsali natin sa mga messenger groups. So, participating in groups and answering questions in groups enhances retention, but always verify. Lagi niyong tatandaan, always verify para hindi tayo natututo ng maling konsepto. Share your ideas and criticize between what is correct and what is not. Be able to rationalize in choosing your answer. So, sasagot kayo ng sagot ninyo, hindi lang dahil alam nyo na yun yung tama, kundi dapat ma-defend ninyo kung bakit yun yung tamang sagot. So, be able to rationalize. Bakit kailangang ma-irrationalize nyo yung mga LET questions? Bakit kaya sa tingin nyo kailangang ma-irrationalize yung sagot? It is through rationalizing that we can find the right or the correct answer. Kasi kapag hindi mo ma-justify na yun yung tamang sagot, ibig sabihin, you still have the doubt that it is the correct answer. Maybe it is the wrong one. So, next is to watch YouTube videos like this since this is a let-related topic. In watching YouTube videos, you will be able to expose yourself to different let questions, answering techniques, or even get links where you can download helpful materials. So during the time na wala ako sa review center and still I'm not satisfied with the answers given on certain questions, ginagawa ko niya, nag-YouTube ako about sa concept na yon. And mas naiintindihan ko kung bakit yun yung nagiging sagot sa mga question. Next tip, this one. So if you think there is a need to, you can. Enroll yourself in a review center. So, bakit ako noon nag-enroll sa review center kahit fresh graduate ako? Although fresh pa yung ideas ko or yung learnings ko sa Prof Ed, sa Gen Ed, and lahat-lahat kasi kakagraduate ko lang. So, nag-enroll ako noon sa review center kasi mas motivated ako kapag may mga kasabay ako mag-review, like my friends. So, I enjoy having review with them and meron kami tinatawag na friendship goals kaya hindi boring yung review experience ko that time. Sino sa inyo dito yung mga naka-enroll sa review center? So, ano ba yung nararamdaman ninyo kapag during the review? Does it motivate you? Does it distract you? Does it pressures you? So if the effect is positive, that's good. If it is not good for you, then you have to decide if you will pursue or continue to review with others. Another tip, aside from your circle of friends, since you have the same goals, you should surround yourself with positive people. Huwag kayong makikisama dun sa mga nega. Bakit? We have the law of attraction. The ones who are very positive are the ones who has the higher probability or chance of passing the let. Dapat laging positive teachers. Baguhin natin yung acronym ng LPT. Bago maging licensed professional teacher, dapat laging positive teacher. Di ba? Dapat lagi tayong positive. So, meron tayo dito si Ma'am Rowena. Sabi niya siya, self-review lang kasi overseas siya. It's okay. You still have the access. So, katulad ngayon, you're doing good kasi nanonood ka ng mga let review tips and you also have the access to the different review materials sa YouTube. So, lalo na ngayong pandemic, I don't know if the review centers are operating, pero you have the means, you have the YouTube, merong Messenger, Facebook, maraming videos na makakatulong sa inyo para sa pagsi-self-review. Sabi ba the more the senses that are involved in learning, the more the retention that occurs. So noon, meron akong downloaded apps ng Let Review sa Prof Ed. Nanonood ako ng YouTube videos ng mga unclear concepts sa akin. And meron din akong books na binili for review. And one more thing, kapag hindi ako convinced sa naisagot ko, tinatawagan ko yung friend ko, lalo na sa majorship, kung hindi kayo confident sa sagot mo, you can call someone na makakatulong sa inyo. Wala namang masama na humingi ng tulong sa iba para ma-confirm kung tama ba yung sagot. We should make ways. We find ways. Sabi nga, BDO, we find ways. Don't worry, marami rin pumapasa na nagsa-self-review lang. Dahil nakadepende pa rin sa inyo yung result. Kasi kahit meron din namang naka-enroll sa mga review centers na hindi pumapasa. So, nakadepende pa rin sa tao na mag-e-exam yung resulta ng LED. Next tip, train your brain cells. So, how will you train your brain cells? First, condition your brain by answering sample LED questions every day. So, since may schedule ako, every day, meron akong sinasagutan na LED questions ay meron din akong printed answer sheets kung saan ako nag-shade. Para pati yung shading na pa-practice din, doon ako nag-shade. Then, una, huwag yung bibiglain yung mind nyo kasi sasakit yung ulo nyo. So, nagsimula ako sa 50 items nang walang oras. Then, after a week, ginawa ko 100 items. Every day yan. Hanggang sa, habang nasasanay na yung utak ko na mag-answer ng mga LED questions, ginawa ko na siyang 150 items. Wala yung oras. Kumbaga, hindi pa ako under time pressure mag-answer. So, the next, the few months before the LED, mga siguro 1 month na lang, sinubukan ko ng mag-answer ng LED questions ng may oras. Next tip, comprehend or analyze the question before reading the choices. Kinakailangan mo munang intindihin yung mga questions. Yung question mismo, yung STEM, bago ka mag-proceed sa choices. Comprehension cannot be taught. Yes, hindi po na ituturo ang pag-unawa sa mga question. Kaya ikaw, minsan nga kinakausap ko yung sarili ko nun eh. So, naghahanap ako ng mga words, ng important words sa question. Then, kapag nahanap ko na yung important word na yun, that's the time na binabasa ko yung choices. Kapag malinaw na sa inyo yung question, mas madali nang hanapin yung tamang sagot sa choices. So, another thing na ginagawa ko is chunking. Lalo na kapag masyadong mahaba yung question. So, pinuputol-putol ko siya para mas maintindihan ko. Then, translate it in my own language, in my own understanding. Then, before looking to the options, mamaya, tuturuan ko kayo kung paano. After nitong tips, magbibigay ako ng sample Prof Ed questions and paano ba i-determine kung alin yung tamang sagot. Next tip, be positive and have a good mindset. So, katulad ng sabi ko, kung sinusurround mo yung sarili mo ng positive people, pati ikaw magiging positibo rin yung pananaw mo, nakakahawa. So, claim it, guys. So, you should claim that after taking the LED, you have your license. Nagre-review pa nga lang ako nun, sinusulat ko na yung pangalan ko, tapos may comma, merong nakalagay LTP. Siyempre, positive dapat. Sabi nga, I think, therefore, I am. Then, the next thing is to secure an examination slot ahead of time. So, the moment that the PRC announced that we can start the application, sinigurado ko na meron na agad ako ng requirements na kailangan para sa exam. Kasi paano ka papasa kung wala kang slot para exam, di ba? So, kailangan, sigurado ka muna na meron kang slot bago ka magpagod ng sarili mo. Kasi sayang ang pag-review mo kung hindi ka rin lang naman makakapag-exam kasi wala kang slot. So, after the LED application announcement, you should move. Get all the requirements and don't waste time. So, bakit kailangan mo yung gawin agad? So, ako ginawa ko yung agad kasi gusto ko, sigurado lang na makakapag-take ako ng exam at the same time, wala nang bumabagabag sa isip ko na mayroon pa akong mga requirements na kailangan lakarin. So, next tip, keep yourself updated about the PRC's announcement. So, ano ba yung mga ina-announce ng PRC? So, identify what are the allowed calculator units to use. So, during our time, allowed gumamit ng calculator, pero merong mga calculator na hindi na alam. Ewan ko ngayon kung pwede pa bang gumamit ng calculator. Pero syempre, you should know the basic in mathematics, the four fundamental operations and the basic concepts in mathematics. But, hindi natin kinakailangang matakot kung merong math questions. Hindi man kayo math major, for sure merong math sa exam. Hindi lang tayo sure kung marami or konti lang, pero meron yan. So, hindi yan nawawala. Kaya, if allowed ang calculator, do not assume that you master the four fundamental operations because there are instances na kapag nagmamadali na tayo, since we are working under time pressure, yung mind natin, merong mga nakukumit na errors. Kaya kung pwede lang naman ang calculator, you should bring the calculator which are allowed to use. Kaya meron kayo dapat list ng allowed calculators na pwedeng gamitin. Next is the type of pencil to use. So, ako, ginamit ko nun is Mongol 2 and I bought a box of pencils. And lahat yun, pinasahan ko na talaga yun para sa LED. Kasi di ba sensitive yung paper na gagamitin sa exam sa LED. Kaya, sinigurado ko na, di ba kapag ang barel walang bala, hindi puputok. So, kinakailangan meron tayong armas, ready tayo sa sasabakan nating gera. So, ayun, isang box, and hindi ko naman siya nagamit lahat. Kinakailangan lang na meron tayong extra kapag naputol yung isa, then meron tayong ibang pwedeng magamit. And limit yourself from erasures. Kasi baka mabutas yung papel, then baka hindi na tandaan natin na ang mag-check ng answer sheet natin is hindi tao, hindi siya mano-mano, makina. So kapag nagkaroon ng problema, hindi mabasa ng makina yung answer sheet, then wala nang chance para makapasa ka. So kailangan natin yung napaka-liit na importanteng bagay na yun, factor yun. So kailangan natin masigurado na hindi tayo So next is the testing area that you will attend. So a week before the scheduled examination, nagre-release na yan ng PRC ng schedule ng testing area. So dapat alam mo na agad yun. And also your seat number. So ako, lagi ko talaga yung inaabangan kapag meron na, tinitignan ko agad. Then nagsisave ako ng copy para hindi ko makalimutan. Next one is to relax yourself a day before the exam. Imagine ilang months kayo review. So, pagod na yung utak nyo, yung katawan nyo. So, for sure, sa tinagal-tagal ng time na nag-review kayo, prepared na kayo, equipped na kayo ng necessary knowledge and skills that you will use for the exam. So, bigyan nyo ng isang magandang araw bago ang exam yung sarili ninyo para makapag-relax. Ako nun ginawa ko, pumunta kami sa church with friends. Yung friends ko na yun, actually we have 3 friends na lagi ko talagang kasama. Pumunta kami sa church, nag-mall, nanood ng movie. So, relax lang, chill lang. Huwag i-pressure masyado yung sarili. Kasi let lang yun. Ilang taon kayo nag-aral. Diba? So, next. Another thing pala. The day before the let, I was able to visit my testing area. Pumunta talaga ako dun sa school kung saan ako na-assign para mag-exam. And in-identify ko rin that by row and nagbilang din ako by column. Since I already know the seat number, so meron akong dalawang daw. So 50-50. So my laptop is battery low. So let's pause for a while. Sorry for that interruption. Nangyayari talaga yan. So let's move on. So relax yourself a day before the one is keep in mind that at least 113 correct answers per area. So kung LED and sa Gen Ed, although magkaiba sila ng weight, the least number of items that you should ensure na makukuha niyo yung tamang sagot is 113 items. Kasi kapag kinuha niyo yung 75% of 150 items, that is 113. So parehas sila 150 items, averaging the two, you will still get 75. But do not aim for the minimum one. So actually, my goal during that time is to top the board exam. So although I failed to top it, still nakuha ko yung mataas na rating. Kung mataas yung target mo, hindi mo man makuha yung target mo na mataas, still nandun ka pa rin sa taas. Hindi yun kapag nag-aim ka lang ng ganito, since papasa ka lang din naman ako kapag 75, pasok na pasok pa rin. So, paano kapag yung lang yung tinarget mo, tapos hindi mo na-meet, nandito ka sa baba, hindi ka papasa. Kaya, i-aim yung sa taas para safe ka pa rin, pasado ka pa rin kapag kahit hindi mo na-aim na mag-top ka, still mataas pa rin yung makukuha mo rating. So, take note, every item in the let counts. Do not hurry. Maximize the time. Huwag magmamadali masyado. Sakto lang. Kaya dapat meron kayong orasan kapag nag-take kayo ng let so that you can monitor your time. Huwag namang masyadong mabagal kasi baka kapag konting-konti na yung oras, magmamadali kayo sa pagsagot, tsatsambahin mo na lang yung iba. So, mali. Hindi dapat yun. Kaya dapat meron kayong relo. Take note of that. Next, huwag umasa sa tsamba. Gamitin ang pangunawa at saka logic. The comprehension is the key. And sometimes, it's logic. Kung wala ka talagang idea kung paano mo sasagutan yung question, you should make use of the test booklet. Sometimes, yung sagot sa ibang questions sa net, nasa test booklet, nasa questions, nasa options ng ibang items yung sagot sa isang question. So, kung may tanong kayo about the tips, yun lang yung tips na maibibigay ko during the review. And I have noted here pala some tips on that you will do during the lab. I-note ko talaga siya para wala akong ma-miss. So, may echo. Hindi po clear yung boses ko. So, I think I need to turn off the electric fan. Clear na po ba? Malinaw na? Okay, let's proceed. So, ito yung mga ginawa ko during the lab. Bring your mind and stay focused, but do not overthink. So, wag na wag kayong mag-overthink kasi kapag nag-overthink kayo, it will not lead you to the correct answer. So, ano ba yung mga dala ko during the live? Iniwan ko yung cellphone ko that time at ang dala ko lang ay yung pamasahe papunta doon sa apartment. Siyempre, dala ko yung NOAA, ordinary pen, calculator, foods, and I also drink Lipovitan, energy drink siya para hindi ako antukin since gumising ako ng maaga. And, syempre, late din ako nakatulog. Excited. Late talaga ako that time nakatulog, siguro mga 11 na. Although sabi nila matulog ng maaga, hindi ako nakatulog ng maaga bago ang exam. So, nung morning, para ma-ensure ko na hindi ako antukin habang binabasa ko yung let questions, uminom ako ng Lipovitan. And, you should have your well-sharpened pencils. Wag na wag magdadala ng iisang pencil and I do not advise you to bring sharpener. Kasi kapag magtatasa pa lang kayo habang nag-e-exam, pwedeng madumihan yung answer sheet. Next, be on the exam place an hour before the exam. So, isang oras bago yung exam, nandun ako. Actually, alas 5 pa lang nandun ako sa testing area. Kasi kapag kung late kang pupunta, baka matraffic ka pa, syempre mas stress ka na, pagpapawisan ka na, meron ka ng physical discomfort, hindi na mag-function ng maayos yung brain mo. So, kapag maaga ka pumunta, walang traffic, hindi ka ma-stress kasi alam mo, hindi ka malilate. So, if possible talaga guys, do not bring your phone during the exam. Kasi kapag baguhan, especially kapag baguhan yung proctor sa testing area, during my time, baguhan yung proctor sa testing area, hindi sila mahigpit pagdating sa exam dissemination. So, yung iba, nakakagamit silang ng phone and it causes distraction. Nakaka-distract talaga siya. So, mas maigi na wala kayong cellphone para focused yung mind ninyo doon sa exam. Next, listen to the instructions given by the proctor. If there's unclear instructions, do not hesitate to ask. Pero ang tatanungin ninyo is yung proctor lang, hindi yung parehas nyong mag-e-exam para ma-clear sa inyo kung ano man yung hindi nyo naintindihan sa instruction. Then another, fill up the answer sheet carefully and legibly. So, mag-ingat, lalo na kapag pen ang gagamitin, hindi siya nabubura. Basahing maigi kung ano yung hinihinging info doon sa answer sheet. And write it legibly. Dapat readable and malinaw. Para sure kayo na, para wala kayong iisipin na baka hindi mabasa ng machine, baka hindi ako bumasa kasi merong erasure, baka hindi ako bumasa kasi mali yung pag-fill up ko. Para mawala yung doubts na yun, kinakailangan maging careful kayo sa pag-fill up ng form. Nauuna ang pag-fill up ng form. Kaya kung magkakamali kayo, kakabahan na kayo sa pagsagot ng let questions. Sabi nga, slowly but surely. This one, wear a watch to watch your time, not your watch. So, ang titingnan nyo yung oras, hindi yung relan niyo kasi hindi na kayo makakapag-focus sa let questions. And this one, I believe in God. Wala namang masama. If you have a strong faith in God, para sa akin, nagbibigay siya ng strength. I always ask for His guidance kahit sa anong bagay na ginagawa ko para guided ako. I solemnly pray by closing my eyes and having my own prayer. Bago mag-exam, syempre, merong prayer sa lahat, pero still, I pray on my own, asking for His guidance na sana magkaroon ako ng peaceful mind, ng malinis na pag-iisip para maintindihan ko yung bawat word, bawat praise, and bawat tanong. Kasi that's the time na kapag naintindihan niyo yung tanong, hindi kayo mahihirapang hanapin kung ano yung sagot. So, always ask for his guidance. Next is, read the questions with understanding. Pero you're not allowed to read it out loud. Just use your eyes. So, pag binabasa natin yung isang linya ng question, huwag masyadong mabilis. Namnamin nyo yung bawat word para mas maintindihan ninyo. So, next is, this one. So, do not hurry in answering, and if you think the question is really difficult for you to answer, leave it. Kasi mas mauubos yung oras nyo sa tanong na yun. Ano ba, pang-5 tanong pa lang, hirap na kayo, then na-stuck kayo doon, ilang minutes yung ginugol nyo. Paano na yung mga susunod na tanong? Paano nyo mabibigyan ng enough time para masagot yun? So, pag merong difficult question, iwan nyo muna, proceed sa next question, pero bago nyo yun i-leave, kailangan lagyan nyo ng pananda or mark doon sa booklet. Anyway, you are allowed to put marks on the booklet kasi sa inyo lang naman yun. After that, i-dispose na yun. So, you can put marks on the booklet. Lagyan nyo ng below kung hindi pa tapos. And you can also write your answers beside the number, yung letter, bago kayo mag-shade. So, ako noon, nag-shade ako ng answer every 10 items. So, sasagutan ko muna sa booklet. Sa booklet lang muna ako nagpo-focus. Sasagutan ko yung first 10 questions kasi doon sa 10 questions na yun, magkakonektado minsan yung konsepto na ina-apply, then nakakakuha pa ako ng idea doon sa mga susunod na items para masagutan ko yung ibang tanong. Then, kapag sure na ako, doon sa booklet, nilalagyan ko ng star. So, sabi sa amin sa review center noon sa SLRC, put a star. If you are sure, put a star beside the number of the item. Then, that's the time that you can shade on the answer sheet. Next is, watch every 10 items that you have answered. So, sa bawat 10, bago ka mag-shade, kasi mas magiging mabilis yung pag-shade mo kapag tapos na yung 10, kasi letters lang naman, then, tingnan mo yung oras mo kung enough pa ba yung time na natitira para ma-adjust mo yung speed ng pagbabasa at ng pagsagot. Then, ano pa bang ginawa ko that time during the let? Don't forget if you have, halimbawa, tapos ka na, tapos meron pang natitirang time, huwag mong sasayangin, i-review mo yung sinagutan mong mga questions. Kasi malay mo, may na-overlook ka ng word sa isang tanong, and ang hinihingi pala is, halimbawa, positive yung sagot mo, ang hinihingi pala is the exception, check mo pa siya. So, take time to review your answers. So, hindi naman sila pabilisan. Kaya nga may allotted time. So, you can review your answers before passing it to the proctor. So, that's all for the tips. So, let's proceed now to the sample Prof Ed questions. So, meron na ba kayo nung kopya ng questions? Yung mga meron ng copy, kindly comment here sa comment box natin para alam ko na meron na kahit isa sa inyo ang meron nun. And you can also share it. Para nakikita natin yung tanong, hindi lang natin naririnig. Wala pang copy. I will ask somebody to forward the questions. Wala. So, karamihan sa inyo wala pa. Wala kasi dito tayong share screen sa live streaming sa YouTube. Unlike Meet and Zoom. But I will be posting these questions here sa channel na to after this live video para ma-access pa rin ninyo. Walang copy. Okay. Maybe some of you are members of the GC na ginawa ni Maestrong Bicolano. Almost all of you don't have the copy of the questions. Kung ipa-flash ko ba, kung ipapakita ko ba dito sa camera, mabasa niyo? Say, this one. Kapag nababasa niyo ba? Guys, kailangan kong malaman kung mababasa niyo ba yung question kung ipapakita ko dito sa camera. Nababasa po ba? Kung ipa-flash ko siya sa camera. Sana guys meron kayong pen and sana na-absorb niyo yung tips na binigay ko sa inyo. Since I'm still waiting for the response of somebody about the LED questions, sample LED questions. Anyway, please don't forget to hit the notification bell, and if you think this live streaming is helpful to you, for you to watch the future sharing, please subscribe to this channel. Kasi willing akong i-share yung mga materials na ginawa ko and yung ibang materials na na-acquire ko during my review times. Hindi naman baliktad yung text kapag pinlash ko tong question sa camera. Okay, so it's readable. So let's start with this first question. Siguro i-flash ko siya for 15 seconds para lahat makapag-screen capture. Then, you analyze the question, then you write your comment, your answer in the comment box. Wala namang problema kung tama or mali yung sagot ninyo dito. Kasi once you fail, once you do not get the right one, mas matatandaan nyo kung bakit naging mali yung sagot nyo and alam nyo kung paano siya itatama. So let's have the first question. This one. This is the first question. So you can screen capture after viewing it clearly. Guys, ginagawa ko to ha, kahit nakakangalay. Para sa inyo to. So please don't forget to subscribe para sa future videos natin. Future lectures. Hopefully, by the end of this month, I can still have a guesting here. So I think na-screen capture nyo na. Okay, meron ng naka-answer. So nasa GC na daw yung questions. So the first question is, with the NCBTS as guide, an ideal learning environment should have the following characteristics. So sabi ko, di ba kanina, kailangan nyo munang intindihin, namnamin yung question bago basahin yung choices. So identify, first thing, identify the keywords or the important terms being asked in the question. So here we have an ideal learning environment. But you have the word except. So sa mga choices, you need to identify the negative one. Which one do not describe an ideal learning environment? Kung nasa test booklet yung question na to, kailangan highlight niyo yung word na ideal and except. So tatanggalin niyo lahat ng positive, you eliminate all the positive. So let's read the first option. The learning environment promotes fairness. So it's positive. So put an X. So hindi na siya ang sagot. Pangalawa, is safe and conducive for learning. Another positive characteristic, ideal pa rin. So hindi siya. Pangatlo, builds many professional linkages. Connected ba siya doon sa ideal learning environment? So you can ask that question to yourself to assure, to make sure na hindi siya yung sagot. So hindi siya related. That's irrelevant. So hindi kailangan. So if we will also identify kung para kanino yung first question, student-centered ba siya, learner-centered, or teacher-centered? So since it is learner-centered question, hindi siya magpo-focus doon sa builds many professional linkages. Sino yung magbe-build ng professional linkages? Yung teachers yon and yung school. So that's the correct one. So the answer is letter C. So very good. So all of you, most of you have answered letter C. So bakit hindi yung letter D? Establishes and maintains consistent standards. So positive pa rin yun. The only thing here, the only negative thing that doesn't describe a positive learning or ideal learning environment is letter C. So, dapat maging sensitive kayo guys sa mga words na not, do not, except. Kasi minsan, kapag na-overlook yon, pwedeng mamali yung sagot. So, first technique, highlight the important words or terms in the question. Identify negating or negative words in the question. Then, identifying the irrelevant options para ma-eliminate. So, yun lang naman yung mga technique na magagamit nyo sa karamihan ng mga tanong sa LET exam, lalo na sa Prof Ed. Buti sa Gen Ed. Sa Gen, actually, yun yung ano ko sa Gen Ed. Kasi sa Gen Ed, kailangan na-access mo talaga, nabasa mo, naintindihan mo. And only one correct answer. Kasi more on remembering ang nasa Gen Ed. Recall knowledge. Kapag hindi mo siya alam, mahirap sa'yo i-identify kung alin yung tamang sagot. Pero sa Prof Ed, kapag naintindihan mo yung konsepto, makukuha mo yung sagot. Another thing, do not choose between two the same options. Wag mamimili. Halimbawa, hinahanap yung negative, mamili ka parehas sa positive. Kasi kapag may word na except, isa lang ang mali dyan. Lahat yan tama except sa isa. So do not choose between two correct or the same options. Proceed tayo sa next question. Alrighty. Next question. I will just stop flashing the question kapag may nag-answer na. Kasi that's the time na nag-grasp nyo na yung question. Sige, pakilapit daw. Third pa. Okay lang sumagot. Hintayin natin mga tatlo yung sumagot. Baka po sa signal nyo kung malabo. Kasi meron na ang mga sumagot. O, dito iba-iba na yung sagot. Merong A, merong B. Dalawa pa lang nakikita kong letters. Okay? I think we can start rationalizing. Which facilities are present in a health-promoting environment? Okay. Let's apply the technique na tinuro ko sa inyo. Ano yung words or terms na importante doon sa question? Sige. You can comment the important terms or words that you have identified on the question. Most of you answered D. So, meron na rin C. A and B and C. Let me see kung na-acquire nyo yung technique na tinuro ko. Ano yung importanteng words or terms doon sa question? Which facilities are present in a health-promoting environment? Does the question ask for a positive answer or for a negative one? Okay, so, sumagot si Ma'am Domaili. Tama po ba? So, we have health and environment. Then, it's asking for a positive answer. Tama. So, it's asking for the positive answer. And you have the word promoting. And promoting cannot be used for a negative concept. So, positive siya. So, ang hinahanap natin dito is yung nagpo-promote ng good health. So, first option is canteens that sells all kind of food, including junk food. So, merong junk food. So, it's an X. So, hanapin nyo na, gagamitin natin yung elimination, ha? So, hanapin nyo na, since hindi na part sa option yung 1, hanapin nyo na yung mga options na merong 1. And ano yon? Anong letters yung may mga 1 na sagot? Hindi na siya parte ng pagpipilian ninyo. So since A, B, and C, may option siya ng 1 which is not part of the answer, then ang sagot is letter D. Kung na-identify nyo yun at yun yung technique na ginamit nyo, mas maikli na yung time na makukonsume ninyo para masagot yung question. So you have to eliminate number 1, and sa choices, both A, B, and C, meron siyang 1. So X na siya, hindi na siya part ng choices, at ang natitira na lang is letter D. So ang sagot is letter D. The answer is letter D. So congratulations doon sa mga nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Nakuha po ba yung technique sa ganitong klase ng tanong? Okay, thank you. Thank you sa nag-respond. Eliminate the negative. And aside from eliminating, doon sa options, tatanggalin nyo na yun. Di mas mabilis, di ba? So let's proceed to the next question. And anyway, number 2 pa lang to. So let's proceed to the next question. Next question tayo. Basta ang correct answer doon sa number 2 is letter D. Mamaya tignan natin kung ilang correct answers ang makukuha ninyo. So we have number 3. Let's wait for an answer coming from the viewers. Wala po pa rin. Sana i-improve nila tong streaming. Sana meron na ditong screen sharing. Katulad ng Zoom at ng Google Meeting, di ba? Para mas maganda. So, meron ng isang sagot. Hintayin natin yung iba, mga 3 pa, para sigurado ako na nabasa nyo na. So, meron D, meron C. So, let's see. Let's see what's the correct answer. Actually, sa question na highlight ko na yung important terms. Which physical school environment? So you have the word physical school, words physical school environment that supports learning. Let's identify by elimination. Letter A, availability of flexible classroom furniture. Physical ba yung flexible classroom furniture? Positive rin ba siya? So it's A, yes. Pangalawa, presence of spacious room. Ano naman kung spacious siya? Does it make sense kung spacious yung room? Meron bang physical facilities present? Letter C, prominence of bulletin boards in every building. Ano mong magagawa ng bulletin boards in every building? Nasagot ba yung question? Letter D, the school building itself? Is it the school building itself? So, alin ba sa tingin dito ninyo sa options na binigay yung nagsusupport ng learning, which is physical school environment? So, you have to focus on the classroom setup. So, it's letter A, availability of flexible classroom furniture. Ano naman kung spacious? Kung wala namang chairs, walang naka-indicate, wala siyang specific description. Then you have the prominence of bulletin boards. And the school building, wala siyang exact description of those materials. What kind of bulletin board? Hindi naman sinabi interactive bulletin board. So the only specific thing is the availability of flexible classroom furniture. Isa pa yan. Isa pa yan sa dapat niyong tandaan. So availability of flexible classroom furniture. Dapat minsan, yung pagiging pilosopo natin, ginagamit natin siya sa pagsagot sa question. So, kung flexible yung furnitures, katulad ng chairs, pwede mo siyang ilipat kasi sa iba't ibang classroom activities, nangangailangan ito ng iba't ibang classroom setup. So, you have letter A. So, iilan lang yung nakakuha ng tamang sagot. Si Ma'am Jermeline, Ma'am Jeneline, and Ma'am Diana. So the correct answer there is letter A. So let's proceed to number 4. Nakuha niyo ba yung clue kung bakit letter A yung sagot? Can we proceed? Okay, let's proceed. Siguro loading pa rin sa inyo. So let's have number 4. Nababasa pa ba? Medyo maliit na yung font size dyan. Kasi medyo mahaba yung choices and medyo mahaba rin yung tanong. So this is the fourth one. Hindi pa tayo nangangalahati. And just to give you an idea, during our time, parallel questions, sa mga questions na to yung lumabas sa LET. Don't be afraid of committing mistakes. Hindi pa to a LET exam. Kung magkamali man kayo sa pagsagot nito, it's okay. It's part of learning. Teachers, wake up. Can you still read? Are you able to read the question and the options for number 4? So which statement in the baliktad sa screen ko eh. Next one. Teachers, nandiyan pa ba kayo? Are you able to read question number 4? Sagutan muna ninyo, number 4. Bago ko i-explain kung ano yung tamang sagot. Ganun talaga. If you want to get something, if you want to learn, minsan kahit mahirap, mahirap. Katulad nito, nakakaduling daw, sabi ng iba. Ako nga, yung mga bura-burang questions sa materials ko noon, pinipilit kong basahin, pinipilit kong intindihin. So, just read between the lines. So, ayan, meron na. So, let's answer number 4. Which statement in the student diversity is correct? Highlight the word correct and highlight the word diversity. So, what do we mean by the word by diversity? So, hahanapin nyo another technique. Since correct and diversity ang hinahanap doon sa options, ano ba yung mga salitang kasing kahulugan or synonyms sa word na diversity? Ano ba yung related words na magdi-describe sa salitang diversity? Yeah, so we have the word variety. So that's correct. Saan ba siya nag-exist sa options? So it's letter. We also have the word vary. Pero we're looking for the correct statement about diversity. So isa-isahin natin yung options. Letter A, teacher must do his or her best to reduce the student diversity. Do you think the teacher is able to reduce diversity? Since we all know na ang mga estudyante is iba-iba, kailangan nyo bang i-reduce? So we have the negative word there, reduce. So that's an X. That's not part of the correct statement. So tanggalin na siya. Letter B. Letter B, the less the diversity in class, the better for teacher and students. So kapag sasagot kayo, always remember this. Kapag sasagot kayo ng exam, particularly Prof Ed questions, kailangan ideal kayo lagi. Although iba siya, halimbawa nagturo na kayo sa public school, you should not give an answer based from reality sometimes. Kasi magkakamali kayo sa pagsagot. Dapat kinakailangang mapait kayo dito, ideal kayo dito, kasi yun yung hinahanap ng sagot sa PRC. So the less the diversity in the class, the better for teacher and students. So hindi. Katulad doon sa letter A, merong word na reduce. Dito sa letter B, merong word na less the diversity, which is negative. So that is not the correct one. Letter C, teacher should accept and value diversity. So ano yung nag-exist na positive words which are correct, which is ideal? Yes, no to A. Yes, we have the word accept. So doon sa letter C, ideal ka, di ba? As teacher dapat. So dapat mabait ka. Tama dapat yung righteous ka dapat sa pagsagot sa mga Prof Ed questions kung hinahanap is the correct one, the ideal one. So you have the word accept and the word value. So it's letter C. So ang tamang sagot is letter C. Tama po. So we have the word accept and value. Bakit hindi letter D? Student diversity is purely due to students' varied cultures. So does it make sense if it is varied, if the culture of the students is varied? So ano yung value nun? So hindi. So hindi, wala siyang complete thought na sasagot doon sa tanong. What about that varied cultures? Is it accepted? Or is it acceptable or not? So kailangan merong specific word. Yes, so from the word purely due to students' varied cultures. It is not only about the varied cultures. Students do not become, in a classroom, diversity is not only being described by the culture. Pwedeng diverse siya kasi iba-iba yung abilities ng students, iba-iba yung level of thinking. So, yung nakapagpamali sa letter D is the word purely. So, siguro nakuha nyo na yung technique sa item na to. So, let's proceed to number 5. May I just suggest teachers, since since purely multiple choice, you write first the number of item, then after that, you write the letter of your answer para alam ko kung yung sagot nyo ba is for what item, kung dun ba sa previous or yung nasa present na naka-project. Okay, let's start. So the question is, which student thinking or behavior indicates that he or she values student diversity? So here, from the question, you can put yourself in the place of a student. Then, highlight the words value students diversity. So positive siya. So you should look for the positive option. So most of you answered letter C. It's not actually most, all of you answered letter C. So bakit letter C? Di ba kanina, doon sa question na nasusundan nito, parang tayong value and accept. O, di ba pwede kayong makakuha ng sagot doon sa previous question. Kaya kung sasagot kayo sa exam salet, bago kayo mag-shade, dun muna kayo sa booklet sumagot. Kasi makakakuha kayo ng sagot from the previous or sa mga susunod pang item. Para mas maging madali yung pagpili nyo ng tamang sagot. So, it's the word accept. Yung una, bakit mali? Bakit mali yung letter A? He or she regards his culture as superior. The word superior exists. I'm sorry. So, yun yung nakapagpamali sa statement. Dapat walang superior na culture, and the opposite of that is the word inferior. Kung merong superior, merong inferior. So, yung dalawang word na yun, kapag nag-exist yun sa option, tanggalin na yun kasi hindi siya tama. So, letter C, ang nakasunod, we have, he or she accepts the fact that all people are unique in their own way. So, that's the positive one. So, that's the answer. So, letter D, bakit hindi letter D? He or she emphasizes on the differences among people and disregards their commonalities. Although nakikita or na-recognize niya yung differences, still, di ba? Na-recognize niya yung differences, pero hindi pa rin positive yung pag-disregard sa commonalities nila. Dapat nakikita mo yung common and nakikita mo rin yung differences, pero pares mo siyang ina-accept. So that's why the correct answer is letter C. Tama. So because of the word regards, yun yung sagot. Ay, yun yung isa siyang maling sagot. Next, let's have the 6th question. Let's have number 6. Ang sagot po sa number 5 is letter C. Dapat positive, so dapat accept and open-minded sa culture. So, diversity. Okay, next. Ay, isa pa. Ayan. Bago ko ito i-flash kasi nasa comment. Sabi niya, si Sir Emerald. Palitan ko, sagot ko na, sa number 4 po ng letter D. Kanina yung sagot niya it's letter C. Tama na siya. Iwasan po natin sa ang laging nagdadalawang isip kasi minsan tama na yung sagot, pinalitan pa. Kung nalilito kayo between two answers, go back to the question. Is it asking for the positive or is it asking for the negative answer? What I mean by negative. Negative ba na exception ba yung tinatanong doon sa question? Yun lang, balikan nyo lang yung question para pasigurado nyo kung ano talaga yung dapat isagot nyo. So let's proceed to number 6. Laban teachers. Relate. Ma'am Bea, number 6 na po tayo. Okay, late ang reception nila. Kaya meron pa rin sumagot sa number 5. Ang sagot po sa number 5 is letter C. That is the acceptance of the diverse culture and being open to different culture. So number 6. Let's read the question for number 6. What teaching learning implication of students' diversity? Is it for comparing students? Of course not. You don't have to compare them. Is it good that you recognize the differences among students? Yes, it is good that you recognize that. Why? Because that's the way that you should address the students' need depending on their the way they learn it. So you can provide variety of teaching strategies and approaches, but it's not good to compare them. So it's not letter A. Letter B. Make use of variety of teaching and assessment methods and activities. So na-mention ko na, kaka-mention ko lang na dahil sa diversity na nare-recognize ng teacher sa loob ng classroom, different activities or different ways of the students para ma-address yung diversity. So the correct B. Now, let us rationalize why is it not letter C and not letter D. Yung letter C, do homogeneous grouping for group activities. Which, dito sa letter D, nakapasok lang siya doon sa letter B. Papasok lang siya, do homogeneous grouping for group activities. Dito siya sa variety of teaching, strategies, and assessment. Nakapaloob na siya doon. So, hindi siya kompleto. So, that's why it's not letter C. Letter D, develop different standards for different students group. Diba nandun rin siya sa assessment methods? So, the complete one is letter B. Okay. For this type of question and options, pipiliin nyo yung best kasi pwedeng mag-exist ang isa, dalawa o kaya tatlong tamang sagot sa iisang question. Or pwedeng pwedeng lahat ng options ay tama pero kinakailangan mong piliin yung best. And the best answer for this question is letter C. So, doon minsan papasok yung usapang mahaba. So, ang pinakamahabang sagot dito is letter C. But be careful of that usapang mahaba sa options. Sometimes, panglito lang siya. Kahit mahaba yung statement o yung option, minsan mali pa rin siya. Kasi merong opposite or opposing word doon sa question. So, the correct answer is letter B. So, let's see kung lahat nakukuha ng tamang sagot. Correct? So it's letter B. Congratulations. Sigurado ako papasa kayo. Dahil na mamaya pakatapos ng 23 questions na prepare. How about this one? Let's proceed to number 7. Okay, so let's answer number 7. Number 7, here, the question is asking for the type of, or the role of the teacher as curricularist. And meron tayong iba-ibang role ng teacher as curricularist. Knower, innovator, writer, implementer, diba? So, lahat yan, role ng teacher as curricularist. Pero alin ba ang hinihinging sagot? So, number 7, the curricularist uses unique and out of the box. Pag sinabi natin unique and out of the box, ano ba yung characteristic na yun? Saan ba yung papasok? Knower, innovator, writer, or implementer? Yes, that's correct. So, it's letter B. Yung knower, may pinerform ba siyang pertaining to the person's knowledge or thinking faculty? So, it's not. So, it's more about being an innovator kasi thinking out of the box. Out of the box strategies. Nag-strategize siya. Sarili niya, ginawa niya yun. So, nag-create siya. So, it's being innovative. So, that's why the answer is letter B. It's innovator. Why not writer? Meron ba siyang sinulat? Ang strategy is ginagawa. Ini-implement, pero hindi siya for implementer. That's simply implementer because of the word out of the box. Diba? Why not implementer? You have the word, the description, uses unique and out-of-the-box strategies. She doesn't simply, or the teacher doesn't simply implement strategy, but a unique and out-of-the-box strategy. So, it's letter B. I hope it's clear to you. So, dun po sa sumagot ng A, kapag knower, curricularist as knower, ako, kasi nag-create ako ng mga words na mai-associate para mas madali kong matandaan. Kapag knower siya, more of thinking, more of theories, more of knowledge, yung ipinapakita, sinasite, or dinidescribe sa question. Kapag innovator, yun, to create something unique, to revise, to become innovative. Writer, kapag merong write-ups na na-publish, the word publish, so that words that somewhat you can relate or connect to the word write. Then we have implementer. Pag-implement. So, the strategies dapat maipakita sa question na kung paano, kung itinuro ba ng teacher yung written curriculum. Kasi nasa ano to eh, itong concept na to, nasa curriculum siya papasok. Prof Ed subject. So, next question tayo. Number 8. Dito. Let's see kung anong dinisdescribe. What type of curricularist is that? All right. Perfect teachers. Perfect. Diba? Because of the words on the question, not actually question, description, you have the words published, researches, books, manuals, and instructional materials. So, yun yung mga bagay na yun ay naisusulat, nagagawa ng teacher sa pamamagitan ng pagsusulat. Kaya siya ay isang writer. Correct? Magnificent. Okay, let's proceed to the next question. Walang kahirap-hirap yung question number 8. How about this one? Already, number 9. Minsan talaga nakakainis yung reception natin. We're already talking about number 9. Tapos na-proceed pa lang natin yung number 8. I feel you. For those who are still with me this time, since nagtsatsaga kayo sa kahit mahina ang net due to bad weather, magbubunga rin ang lahat ng kanungo. Okay, number 9. Tanong tayong sagot. When a school believes the curriculum should highly focus on math, sciences, and fundamental intellectual disciplines, the school believes in the curriculum view of, is it John Dewey, Hollis Caswell, Arthur Bestor, and Philip Phoenix? So most of you answered letter B, and some answered letter A. So at this moment, a while ago, since I haven't reviewed about these persons, ang natatandaan ko lang sa apat na to ay si John Dewey. And it's because of the words math, sciences, and fundamental intellectual disciplines. So we can associate the words the 3 R's, reading, writing, and arithmetic. And those are the fundamental intellectual disciplines which are associated with John Dewey. So if you do not know Hollis Caswell, Arthur Bestor, and Philip Phoenix, you choose letter A. And that's the correct answer. Ito kasi a sort of more of recall, knowledge. So if you do not know the other persons, wag nyo isasagot. Lalo na kung meron kayong words na na-identify sa question na mai-associate nyo doon sa kilala nyong tao. So we have John Dewey. And John Dewey is the correct answer. Let's proceed to the next item, number 10. Number 10. Okay. According to Ma'am Germany Simon, yes. Aside from that, si Jan TV rin ang proponent o ng theory ng theory na learning by doing. Okay, number 10. Number 10, the following are characteristics of progressive curriculum except. So, alin dito ang hindi characteristic ng progressive curriculum? Set A, focuses on the experiences of the students and supervised by the teacher. Yes. So, kapag sinabi nating progressive, ano siya? Student-centered or teacher-centered? Let's describe first what is progressivist view. Yes. So, correct. It's student-centered. So, hanapin dito natin sa statement, sa options, yung student-centered description. So, letter A focuses on the experiences of the students and supervised by the teacher. So, that is student-centered. Ang hinahanap natin, exception. So, hindi A ang sagot. Letter B takes into account all the curricular elements and tests these elements through real-life application. So, since the goal of progressivist view is lifelong learning and applying it to real life, then letter B is not the answer. Okay, let's have letter C. The classroom is only one place for the students to learn. Learning can take place everywhere. Yes, we should maximize the different learning areas for progressivist view. So letter C is not the answer. So the correct answer is letter D. Knowledge that comes from various disciplines should be the focus. So it's letter D. Number 11. So I hope for this item you can apply the elimination that we had and the other techniques na itinuro ko sa inyo kanina. So let's have number 12. Okay, let's make it clear for Ma'am Simon. Why is it not letter C? Sa letter C kanina, the classroom is only one place for the students to learn. Kaya, ibig sabihin sa statement na to, meron pang ibang place para matuto yung estudyante. It can be in the community or other places na pwedeng matuto yung estudyante. So, meron tayong contrived experiences na tinatawag. Kaya, hindi lang pwedeng sa classroom na natututo ang estudyante. Kaya, hindi letter C ang sagot. It's letter D. So, sige, number 11 tayo. Okay. Mamaya babalikan natin yung mga taong yun. And since, to be honest, since I'm already 2 years after ko mag-take ng exam, ang natatandaan ko na lang na prominent person is si John Dewey. So you can perform research about those 3 remaining persons kung saan ba sila kilala. Sabi nga natin, huwag tayong mag-pretend na alam natin kung hindi natin alam. I am just a human and I do not know everything, especially right now. I will not assume that I know them all. I know John Dewey. That's why John Dewey is the answer. Okay, number 11. Number 11, the question is, in analyzing the curriculum, the teacher should consider the following. So, ano-ano yung mga dapat i-consider ng teacher sa pag-analyze ng curriculum? So, isa pa yan. Pag pagod na yung utak mo, you can translate the question in your most comfortable language to understand. It's either your mother tongue or sa Filipino. Diyan, ang tanong ay kung ano-ano nga ba yung mga dapat maging basihan or i-consider sa pag-aanalisa ng curriculum. So una, vision, mission, goals, and core values. Check. Pangalawa, learning resources and facilities of the school. Correct. Part of the curriculum. Number 3, needs and interest of the learners. Correct. So lahat ng na-mention ay elements ng school curriculum. So all of them are part of the answer. So it's letter D. So sa lahat ng sumagot ng letter D, tama ang sagot nyo. So yung vision, mission, goals, and core values refers to the standards. Elements yun, di ba? Elements of curriculum. So we have written, assessed, ang dami. So the correct answer is letter D. So letter D. How about number 12? Okay. Number 12, the question is, Miss Lim started off her lesson plan with outcomes she expects her students to achieve at the end of the lesson. The curriculum approach is, ano yung important word dito sa question? Let's identify the term. What's the important term in the question? Yes, correct. It's outcome. Since nag-expect si Miss Lim ng outcome after sa lesson plan niya pa lang, nakasulat na nag-expect siya ng outcome, ano sa tingin niyo yung curriculum approach na observe dito sa situation? Is it number 1, the curriculum as body of knowledge? So it is not. Tanggalin na yung option na merong 1. And it's letter A and D. Hindi nasagot ang A and D. Number 2, curriculum as a process. Ano ba yung katumbas ng salitang outcome? Okay, it's the word product. Sabi ko kanina, di ba? Related or synonymous word on the key term in the question and in the option, ma-identify niyo yung tamang sagot. So, number 3 is correct. So, the letter of correct answer is letter C, 3 only. Tandaan, we can associate the word outcome and product. Other keywords we have results-based, outcome-based. Kapag naman process, we have the performance-based, di ba? Step-by-step procedure. So procedure, process, all of those related words kapag nakita nyo. Kapag naman knowledge, papasok siya doon sa content. Okay, let's proceed to number 30. Tama po, letter C, that is product as a product, curriculum as a product. I'm almost talking here for 2 hours and nagstay pa rin yung 48 persons na active ngayon. We're on item number 13 now. 10 questions more after this. So, may sumagot. 13, B, C. Let's see. Okay, let's proceed to question number 13. When a curriculum is viewed as a process, what should the teacher consider primarily in designing his or her lessons? Let's highlight the word process. Curriculum as a process. So, alin ba dyan? So, kapag sinabi natin proseso, that is something that deals with the strategy, the way. It answers the question, how? Paano ba itinuro ng teacher ang isang subject matter? So, yun yung focus kapag pinag-usapan yung process, the way, the strategy. So, ano ba yung sagot dyan? Kapag process-based, it's letter B. Yung una, different modes of assessment. Magpo-focus ka lang ba sa assessment? How about letter B? Various methods and strategies. So you have the word process and it deals with methods and strategies. Take note of that. The words that you can associate with process are methods and strategies, another approach. For letter C, kanina di ba, outcome-based. It's about the product, the end result. So, hindi na to yung sagot. How about, ito naman letter D, napaka-irrelevant. So, dapat matanggal niyo siya agad. So, it's letter B, various methods and strategies. Since proseso yung pinag-uusapan, paano? Paano gagawin ng teacher? Paano siya mag-design? Mag-design ng subject matter. How about number 14? Okay, let's see. Number 14. Teacher Ruben wanted his students to rate their own work using the scoring rubric, which explained to the class before the students began with their task. In what Bloom's taxonomy levels processing are the students? So, paano nyo sasagutan ang ganitong klaseng tanong na napakahaba? Kung babasahin nyo siya ng dahan-dahan, simple lang naman. In-instructionan ni teacher Ruben yung mga estudyante nabigyan ng rate yung sarili nilang gawa gamit ang isang scoring rubric. So sa tingin niyo, is it evaluating, synthesizing, applying, or analyzing? Since we have mentioned the word scoring rubric, nire-rate,